Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be doing another video here on Frozen Flame. I thought today I'd just do some basic explaining some starter stuff that you do when you first join the game. For those people who have not gotten the game yet, this might entice you to get the game. And those people who do have the game that might not know these things, well, I'm going to go over them today, and I hope you enjoy the video. So let's first get into the game. So just hit the play here. I'm going to go to the private server, and I'm going to put in the, moving forward, I'm going to be putting the IP address to this server in the description and in the comments of these videos moving forward so that you can join the server, because you can see the name here, but this won't show up on your list. That's one thing I wanted to talk to you about, was when you go into these custom servers. Let's just go back one. So when you go into private server, when you do this, this is all going to be blank for you. You actually have to add the server with the E button here. You hit add, and this is where you paste the IP address in, and then you hit enter, and then at that time it will be listed in this server log, and it will stay in the server log. So these 4 worlds that you see listed here are worlds that I had to add to the list manually. So they're not going to show up for you right off the bat. So that's like, that's something that you might not know, or you're not familiar with how to do. And if you go to my comments or my description and just highlight the IP address, do a Control C, hold Control down, hit C, lift your hand, and then you hit add, click here, hold Control down and hit V as in Victor, and it will paste it here. And then you hit enter. All right. So just do that little housekeeping there so you know how to do that. So let's enter the server. And yesterday I did a video about first impressions, and I think that went smoothly. I'm hoping to get my my videos a little bit more crisper. I've changed the little settings here on my video capture and game capture, so hopefully you're going to be able to see how beautiful this game is with these new settings. So here I am. I'm in my armory, and I'm encumbered. Obviously, I'm just going to open this box here, and I'm going to throw in stuff that's making me encumbered and stuff I don't mind giving away to people. I'm going to keep the planks here. So we created this box here that says help yourself, and let's go over the permissions again. You see it says access R, hold it down, and it brings us up. Now I can make this owner only, friends only, or anyone on the server. And you got to keep in mind that if you put anyone on the server, somebody can take the items out of the box, but they also can take the box if that's what they wanted to do. So it says, as you can see on the screen there, it says pack. See that? And you hold the T command down. I'm going to show you something, what happens. I'm going to pack it. Now, I took the crate, but it leaves behind all the items that were in the crate on the ground. So that's another thing you need to know about. You just don't, so I would have to hit the E command and pick all those items up, which I am going to do right now because they're laying on the floor. Oh, and now I'm overloaded. Oh, great. So let's, the crates here. How do I have no access to my own crate? What is that? Okay, let's go back here. Let's back up and hit the, I'm going to hit the inventory key again. There it is. I had no access because I was... Whoop. Tarkis, why are you hitting all the wrong keys this morning? There we go. So I'm going to put the crate back right there. See if I can... Whoop. I might have to create a new crate to pull this off. No, I'm still overloaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the items in this crate that I just put on the ground, so I can pick up these items that are that were left behind. now that I'm not encumbered. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the items that I put in the crate. And then I'm going to run. I took an ability that allows me to run while I'm encumbered, and it's actually quite good. And I'm just going to stick them in here for now, or actually it's just as well to put them in these crates, because these crates are basically doing the same thing. This is the welcome center I created for the server. It says welcome center, and people can come in here and help themselves with those items. So now I can go back to that crate without any difficulty and pick it up again. So here I'm going to hit the T command. It allows me to pack it. The items drop on the ground. I'm going to hit the E. Now it's clean. It's there. So now I can, whoop. And again, I was too quick on that. I'm going to pack it up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to put it back there. All right. So now that I've put it back down there, I've got to do the access control. So because it defaults, anytime you put a door in the world, anytime you put a crate in the world, it defaults to friends. So I'm going to put it back to all, and now I'm going to access it, and I'll put these back in there because I want to keep the planks, because I want to show you. Actually, I'm going to show you how to make planks. I think that's a good starting point of this video, is show you how to make a couple basic things. So when you first come into the world, and the world, if you come up here, I'm going to show you where you start the world. So this is where you start the world. You come this transporter or teleporter or whatever you want to call it. I think the game calls them teleporters. I call them transporters. I call them porters, whatever. So you enter the world, you're going to be here, and then you're going to come into the world naked. You're not going to really have anything on your person, and then they're going to want you to build your starting stuff, your starting gear. And there's two things in the game that allow you to build. One being you go to your basic inventory, which is the tab command, and you go to craft. These are the items that you can craft. Some of them you'll need to unlock while you do quests. But these basic ones on the top here, other than the sign and the torch, because I had to get those as trade in to get schematics for it. These other items you'll be able to get. Now, I believe the first thing they're going to ask you to do is make a stone axe. And if you look down here in the unfortunately my video box is kind of covering it, but it's asking for 1 branch and 2 stone, and so that you can make that axe. So just you're in the beginner world. Here's 1 stone. Here's another stone, and now I need to get a branch. I'm just trying. Oh, there's a branch right there, and there we go. So we go to this, go to craft. See now that it's blue, and it's no longer in the red, because I've got the ingredients for it. So I now create that. So if I go to my inventory now, you'll see it here. Now what you do is you grab it with the left mouse button, hold the left mouse button down, and you drag it down here. Now it did auto-populate it for me in the for command when I got it in my inventory. So now what I do is I hit the 5, because I moved it to 5, and there's the axe. So now I can take trees down with it by using it. And that gives me the logs, and it gives me some branches. So the next thing the game's going to ask you to do is they're going to ask you to craft a workbench, which is right here. And the workbench is 3 logs and 2 stone. So we just need to find a couple stone here and a few more logs, and that shouldn't be a problem because they're pretty generous here in the beginner area so that you can get these quests done. There's some stone. And the NPC, yeah, we're getting a little bit of lag here today on the server, and I'm not quite sure why that is. But we'll have to deal with it here. There's the stone, so now I'm going to get some more logs. and I'm going to put the logs in my inventory, and I'm going to hit the tab command, go to craft, and now that table's available for me to make. Now the NPC here, as I was saying, is going to give you a quest to place one of those down, and it gives you credit for doing it. Now if I go to craft and I go to put it, click on it, you'll see that it's in the red. See, it's not going to let me put it anywhere. What you need to do is you got to put a base down, and in this situation you've got the basic branches, and you can either do a foundation or you can just do a flooring. I'll put the flooring down here. See, it's there. So now I hit the tab command, go to craft, and then I can just put it down. Look at that, boom. And now this is going to give you access to make your pickaxe, your weapons, and this is not hard to do because the pickaxe, it requires fiber, stone, and branches. Now I showed you how to get the stone. The fiber is not that hard to get. I think it's just around the corner here. Here we go. Let's go around the corner here and look for some fiber. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay, here we go. See these little plants right there? That you got to hold the E command down, and there's your fiber that I needed. Now I'll pick up a couple more stone. Alright, and I think we needed a few more branches or logs, so we got to hit one more tree. And again, they seem to be generous in the beginning area to find this stuff quickly, easy, without too much effort. They're not trying to make you insane. They're not making the learning curve too insane here. It's pretty simple. So I think I might have everything I need. I'm just going to pick up a couple more stones there. And you just hit the E. You can run by them and hit the E. And it puts it in your inventory. Some things you got to actually hold the E key down longer. And some things you can just run by them and just quickly hit the E command. So now I can make the pickaxe. So now that I've got the pickaxe, as you can see, it auto-populated in the 4 slot there at the beginning, or at the bottom there. So I hit 4 and there's my pickaxe. So now I have access to hit the nodes, which again, the game's kind of generous. I'm sorry about the stutter step and this lag today. The server, it could be on my end. Who knows. So I've got the pickaxe that I just made, and that gives me access to getting flint. Now there are going to be higher end nodes as you move forward in the game. There's iron nodes that allow you to get the iron. In the starter area, you're only going to be able to get the flint, and the flint is needed for other things in the game to progress in the game. But right now I've got the 2 basic starter tools that you need to move forward. Now if I go back to the bench that I created, for me to make this, I need 1 more stone. And if I want to make this, I need 3 more stone. As you can see, you can get in it says magic seed. I need this so I can make this staff if I want, because it's in blue. And magic seeds are pretty easy to get in the world. I'm going to use my fire staff. So what you do is you shoot these guys here. Now at night, these guys go hostile, so they'll automatically attack you at night. But see how they drop a seed? So that's where you get the magic seed. So you just go out in the courtyard and just, and these guys will aggro you if you attack one of them during the day. So, so if you're close to another one, the ones next to them will also aggro you if you're attacking them. So they're pretty passive during the daytime, and you can easy kill them. At night, they're not too bad either. They just will attack you outright. Now there's these little mini puzzle, mini games, or whatever you want to call them in the game. So when you first come into the world, you can click on this stone pillar here, and it's going to tell you to click on some other runes, and those are these here. So you click on this one. You got to find, I believe, 4 of them. Here's another one over here. You click on that one, and I think there's one across the courtyard. It's been a while since I did this beginner quest. This is just to get you used to the game. And then you click on this one, and I think there's another one, or maybe there was just 3 that you needed to do for this one. Either way, once you click the ones that it asks you to click on, it gives you some experience. It gives you some flame, which is your experience in the game. Now let's talk about how the building traits work in this game. So you come up to these altars. Now the game also allows you to make altars for your base, so you can create altars and put them in your housing if you don't want to come to the starter area to respec. So what happens is as you go up levels, they're going to give you these frozen flame tokens, and I'm going to hit reset abilities. And I won't be able to reset because I don't have the item needed. And these items are pretty easy to get. So why don't we do that so I can show you how you can respec, and it doesn't really cost you. Now at the back, the back of this house, I've got the lantern. So if you hit the open, this is the item they're asking me to get to do a. And it says I just need 1 magic seed. So you click on it and you grow. Whoop! Why did I do that? Okay, so I canceled it for some reason. And so let's. And it's gonna. It says 24 seconds to. Why is it doing that? Why is it? Okay, well maybe. Because I think I should have hit tab. See, even me, I'm an idiot. So what I did is I hit my right mouse button, which looks like it cancels so don't do that. You want to hit the tab command, and it allows you to do that. See, I've been playing the game a while, and I don't do much plantering in the game, so it's not. I'm not an expert at it. Okay, so you can see that one's done. It says Flame Essence 1. So I'm going to hit E and now collect it. So you can see that it says I added it to my inventory 1. I'm going to leave those other ones for new players if they want to. If they want them, they can take them because I got those boxes for open to all. So it says confirm reset. I'm going to say yes. So now all my skills are reset. So I've got 22 flame tokens to spend on these attribute trees. And they force you to take the middle one because that gets you started. Now, this is what I ended up doing. Increase acceleration rate and combat energy. So I wanted that. And as you... the game, each weapon except for the bow has a building mechanism, and the combat energy, when it gets to full, you can do a special ability. So that's pretty nice. Because I use the staff, I went with the staff wielding ability. Then I went down to here. This allows you to teleport when you are overloaded. Now, I sometimes take that, but there's a bug currently right now that this ability won't work with private transporters. It will work with all the transporters that the game designed, but if you put a private transporter down, this ability doesn't work with it. So I'm not going to buy this ability anymore until they fix that. So I do want to go and get this one. Allows you to run while overloaded. So I need to get there by going with the extra health, which is nice. Now this ability, I have to take it, even though I don't use swords or great swords. I don't use them, but I have to spend money on it, or a flame on it, not money, but the frozen flame. I got to put points towards it, and then it gets me to the overload because I do a lot of building in this game, and I'm always overloaded. So be able to run while overloaded is nice. I like this ability here. Increases the chances of a critical hit with a weapon by 50% if the durability is equal or higher to 90%. So I like to take that one. I like to take this one here, the Earth Stomp, because that's an AoE. I also like to get the heal, which is down here, so I have to spend, this slows down the destruction of all weapons. Of course you want that, so you're not having to repair your weapon all the time. And then I click on this one, this gives me the healing ability, and that leaves me with 2 flame. And let's see what this one is. I want the extra stamina, so I want to spend it on that. Now I have a choice. I can go with maximum carry capacity. Well, because I can run while encumbered, I'm not going to spend points. I keep on wanting to say money, but it's the Frozen Flame tokens. I don't want to spend on that because I can run while encumbered. So it's, that's kind of a waste. So what's this one? This one, each dash that I do increases combat energy. I'm like, oh yeah, of course I want that because I do a lot of dashing when I'm fighting. So that's going to build up. So I just spent all my points again. And so now I have all of them spent. And dashing is just hitting the, well, I got to have my weapon out. Let me get my weapon out. See, I'm dashing. See how I'm dashing? And it built, if you look right above my toolbar, you can see I added some whatever it is. It's energy, combat energy. See, it's increasing on the, so if I dash, now you only can dash if you've got stamina. If you add a stamina, it's not going to allow you to dash, but dashing is key to this game. So now every time I dash, I'll say, so now it's charged. Watch. Now I hold my left mouse button down and I do my special. So that's also an AoE. And as I was saying, that I have the stomp as an AoE, so I can AoE grind mobs. And then I have if you hit the Z command, I have the heal. Now be aware that when you drop the heal in this game, it also heals the mobs. So when you go to heal yourself in this way, try to back away from the mob. And if you're fighting with somebody who's got aggro, you can get away clean, throw it down, and heal yourself. And the only other way to really heal yourself in the game is to consume potions, which you can create, or to consume food, which you put down. I've got one down in the 8 slot there. So if I hit 8, here I'm eating my food. Now it's not going to show you that I'm getting energy because I was already full. But what's nice is it gives me some extra energy bars. See the yellow bars at the very top? So food gives you an extra energy buffer when you consume it. So that's really the basics of getting started in this game. The game allows you to build what you want within the building tools. Now, I was saying there, if you go to your tab, you got the crafting, the items that you can craft. But what you also want to be able to do and know in the game is if you hit the Q command, that gives you access to the actual building interface. So I kept those planks in my inventory. I'm going to quickly just go down here and show you something so that you will know how to do it. So I hit the Q, I'm going to hit tab first, and oh no, it looks like I did unload those planks. Let me just go grab them. I don't know what box I put them in. I think it was either this box or the box in the armory. Well, we're here. I'm going to dump the pickaxe I made and the axe I made because I don't need them. So somebody coming onto the server will have access to those. And what's nice about it is the quest, how they did the quests. Now, if you're when this guy gives you the quest to make those items, you can just go into that box, pick those items up, and you get credit for them. So you don't really have to make the items. Same thing with the crafting station. When he gives you the quest to make the crafting station, just run over to somebody else's crafting station. Just run over to this crafting station, interact with it with the E command, and you'll get credit for the quest. So you don't actually have to make the items. You just have to be able to have access to the item. Let's go back in here. Yeah, this is where I did put the lumber. Now, how I made the lumber is what you do is you cut the tree down, get the logs, and you come to the sawmill. Now, you'll have to be able to make a sawmill, and you make the sawmill using the artisan table. So if I hit the tab and go to craft, you'll see that table requires, the artisan table requires 6 logs, 4 stone, and 1 iron ore. So you'll have to find one iron ore or have somebody give you one. Once you have access to the artisan table, then you can craft the sawmill, you can create the loom, the chair. These are schematics here that I spent points on. So you won't really have those to begin. So you go to the sawmill, and then if you have logs, you just grind them up into the lumber planks that you saw that I had in my. It's really easy. But let me just do this real quick. And now, if you look at the axe that's in my hand, you'll see the one slot. You see the blue. That's how much durability is left. So you have to repair your items in this game when they get down. So I just picked up the logs, and I want to show you something that I learned in the game here while we're here. So here we are. So it says place the logs, hit the E. Now, for me to do the logs, I have to hold the E command down or it won't do it. So hold the E command down and then hit the B button and then hit escape. And then it auto does it. So if I had more logs, it would just continue. I could walk away, get a coffee. It would just continue doing it. So I just wanted to show you that. Hit start E, hit B, hit escape, and it will auto do it. So quickly, I want to show you getting into the wooden thing, how easy it is to build something in this game. So I'm just going to build. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to hit the Q. Hit the Q again. So when you hit Q just once, it defaults back to what you were doing. So you have to, if you put, like, I'm going to put this wall in, and then I'm going to cancel out. If I hit Q now, it defaults to the wall. For me to get back into the interface, I have to hit Q one more time, which allows me to choose another. And then this is, it's got these here that allows you to do and what I did is you got to use your middle mouse button. See how I'm moving that around? You got to use your middle mouse button to move that around. And that's really how easy it is to build in this game. And if you got a good imagination, then see that one there that I put down is off. So I want to hit the Q button, hit it again. Go to the hammer, go to the destruction tool, highlight it, and destroy it, and it gives you the material back. So go back in, it defaults to that. I had to hit Q twice, go back to wooden, go back to what I was doing, and now that they lined up. Because you'll see when they line up to the boards, I'm using the middle mouse button to move them. So you get them there, and it should allow me to see it's not touching, so I've got to, there we go, believe that's it right there. So now they're all touching. See? So if you got a good imagination in this game, you'll be able to create some. I mean, I've seen some real nice on the forums. I've seen some real nice buildings that people made. They've used these things here. I don't know. They've used these things to make circles. I mean, it gives you the roof. As long as you've got the materials in your inventory. And again, I'm using the middle mouse wheel to turn it. See how I'm turning it? So it's just the middle mouse wheel. So you can really get creative in this game. Well, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show you some basic elements to the game, hopefully get you excited about the game, and hopefully you can join us on our server. Well, thank you for joining me.